Hello and welcome to our video on top 7 mistakes to avoid at your naturalization interviews. Here are some things you should avoid doing. Firstly, failing to review your N400 application form. The designated officer will ask you questions from your application form, and your answers must be consistent with what you have provided in your application. If for any reason you fail to provide consistent answers to your application during your interview, it will make you look suspicious and even result in the decline of your application. Secondly, not remembering changes made to your application. If you have made any changes to your application based on new information, it's important to make a list of all these changes so that you can avoid any confusion during your interview. Thirdly, forgetting to bring original documents on the day of the interview. You should always bring all necessary documents, including your interview appointment notice, permanent resident card, state issue identification, and all valid and expired passports and travel documents issued to you since becoming a permanent resident. If you fail to bring these documents, it can make a bad impression and may even lead to the rejection of your application. Fourthly, arriving late for your interview. If you encounter an emergency and are going to be late, immediately contact USCIS to inform them of your situation. However, you should try not to be late, as it can make a bad impression and hinder your naturalization process. Fifthly, guessing answers instead of asking for clarification. If you have difficulty understanding the questions because English is not your first language, ask the officer to explain the questions in more detail or in simpler language. If you guess the answer, it can raise suspicion and even result in the denial of your application. Sixthly, inappropriate dressing on the day of the interview. You should dress formally and avoid wearing jeans, shorts, sweatpants, tank tops, flip-flops, and t-shirts with inappropriate printings such as religious or political slogans or offensive graphics. Wearing comfortable clothing is important too. Lastly, failing to study for the English and Civics Test. These tests are very important and will determine your eligibility for naturalization. Therefore, focus on studying the material provided in this guide to prepare for these tests. These are the common mistakes that people make during their naturalization interview. We hope this video has been helpful in preparing you for your interview. Thank you for watching.